Hey, good morning everybody. Happy Thursday, y'all. Alright. As y'all know, it is Free Thursday here at Predicted Trades. So, if you're in our server here, just a reminder that today you can try out our Beast tool here for free. And if you're a free member, you're welcome to chat in our paid chat today as well. So everyone can send messages in our live trading channel here in our Discord, right? Typically, the entire week, only our paid members can talk in here, but if you're a free member today, you are welcome to trade along with us in there and chat along with us. But alright, y'all, we got about 10 minutes till the bell here, so just gonna run through a couple names real quick. Let y'all know what strikes I'm looking at here. Alright. So let's just crank on through this real quick. Actually, a quick reminder that today we do have Powell here. I believe at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Drop down to Thursday here, and we've got, oh, this is weird. We've got Powell here at 2 p.m., right, towards the end of the session here. Again, I'm Eastern time, so this is 2 p.m. Eastern time here. Just a little something to keep an eye on here today during the session. Alright, let's just jump on through here. ES getting back up here through this 4,400, right? Been a key level here for us this week, trying to crack through this entire week, and here we are poking up through it here, pre-market, right? So we'll see here if we can hold to this 4,400, right? As always, you know, I'm always just looking for a nice horizontal line to put on some risk, right? Just looking for something to risk against. And we continue to have this 4,400 here on ES as a great level. So as always, keep it easy, especially if you're trading like just SPY, right? You know, above 4,400, play some longs. Below 4,400, can be interested in some shorts. Keep it simple. Alright, let's just keep on moving through here. Keeping an eye on this daily 50 though here, this gold solid stair-stepping line here as a short target, right? If we do crack under this 4,400, I'm looking at this 4,376 as the target. NQ with a similar setup, of course, right? We're up here above all of these moving averages, all these daily moving averages, right? Got a couple lower time frame squeezes here near this 15,400. So, you know, ultimately just looking at this nice key psych level of 15,500 as a target to the upside. Let me throw my spaghetti here at it. And we're sitting right on point of control here for this month. You know, only been 9 days, so not like a crazy amount of data in this point of control, but still now a high level of liquidity at the moment, and we're sitting right at it. So again, always looking for that horizontal line to risk off of. Point of control here is a good one. Jump over to these daily Ichimoku clouds. I know we got a lot of interactions with the dailies right now. Nice little shelf here for NQ to possibly go higher off this 15, call it 350. Nice solid psych level here. And yeah, we're like right up in there. So we've got some good levels to risk off of here. The worst. YM. And again, similar look here for all the indices, right, as we would expect. YM getting above this key psych level of 34,000 here this week, right? And just trying to hang on here above this daily 50. So really liking these holds at this daily 50 for YM. Let's see if she can get up and tap this daily 200 simple moving average here in blue. Right, always a big daily moving average here for all institutions and banks. You know, everyone really keeps a close eye on this. Let's see if we can get up there and turn that baby into support. And again, nice crack into this daily Ichimoku cloud here. Definitely keep an eye on all these daily Ichimoku clouds, because we do have quite a few of them in play. Alright, Apple. Apple, we've been talking about here for quite a few days, right? Getting back up here above the daily mean, you know, started to crack into this daily Ichimoku cloud, and I said it right on this day. I'm like, man, if we can open here and hold this, we could see the top of this cloud real quick, and boom, right, straight up here. 3 days, cracking through this 180 here for Apple, key psych level. Let's see if she can keep holding. Starting to get up into this third Kellner channel, so, you know, risk reward kind of fading for me here a little bit, but again, if whole market keeps cranking, Apple can keep cranking here through this 185 or so. Right, and we turn this daily Ichimoku cloud into support. Should be a good look here for Apple and for tech in general, right? AMD just slowly grinding away here, right? Again, another massive bounce off a larger time frame squeeze bottom, this time the weekly. Right back here, it was the daily, kept bouncing off of it, whatever. And just a long time here in this 100 to 110, right? We've been chopping it up here on AMD for a long time. So again, we get down near these lows, put in some fresh lows, and then a rocket back to the top, right? It's a really nice look for AMD here, getting close to this 115. Or I'm sorry, cracking through this 115, right? And let's see if we can get up here and hold it. If not, could be a nice little trip right back down for AMD. So maybe something to keep an eye on here for a short. But again, if whole market just keeps cranking, this baby should just keep on going. Get us up here to like 120 or so. Amazon, the one that's really pumped up here, right? We're up in this third Kellner channel to the upside. We're up at this weekly squeeze top. You know, I would probably just let Amazon chill here. Needs a little bit of a pullback to go higher. But again, like any of these names, and we're going to see this here a few times before the open as I go through this prep, got a lot of tech names up here in this third Kellner channel. Doesn't mean they won't go higher, right? Just a little bit tougher on the risk reward up here. But if this is your jam, you know, just stay hyper aware that it's typically staircase up and elevator down. You know, that elevator could be coming real soon. Google, a tech name I like here to the upside, and one we've been talking about all week, trying to fill this gap. Right, so still in this trade right here, got some 134s, 135s. I'm ready to buy the dip on the 132s if we get the dip. And just a quick local target here, 133, almost 134 here for this daily 50 simple moving average. Looking for this to the upside, and let me throw my spaghetti at it here. We've got that October point of control way up here at 139, so we could have us a nice little run up here to this previous point of control. This will still be a high level of liquidity right now, especially as we are just a couple days into November, right? And we're about to clear this daily Ichimoku cloud. Really love this. So even though Google's been on a nice little tear here from this third Kellner to the downside, right, we still have plenty of upside room. Could just keep running. So we'll see. Meta, another one I don't mind here to the upside. Been a little tricky here at this 300, right? We've had some moves up and away from it, back down below it, back to it. But Meta just kind of slowing down right here, right? So let's see. Just got to give Meta some time here to pick a direction and go. Microsoft, another one here that is just way too jacked up right now, up into these third counters after a nice run up here, right? Long run up, but might need a break up here at this weekly squeeze top, right? Again, can it go with the rest of the market and just keep cranking? Totally, but just kind of tough here, risk reward to the upside. Don't love it. Netflix, another one, kind of jacked up here, right? Huge gap up off of earnings, getting back up to these highs, right? So can still keep cranking up here to try and crack through this. We've got another gap up here from a previous earnings, but again, just tough here, way up in this third counter channel to the upside. Don't love it, but again, if it's your jam, roll with it because the wave is still riding up here to the upside. NVIDIA, one I'll be keeping an eye on here today. Getting up near these highs could crack through this 475 here and make a nice little run up to 480. Right, we're cracking this 475 now. Got a big old weekly squeeze here, but 500 is not a heavy ask here for NVIDIA. Right, we keep slowly crawling up. These Keltners will move up, and we can get up there. And a nice crack through this daily Ichimoku cloud. Love that. But yeah, that's mostly what I'll be watching today. Tesla, I like here to the... I actually like Tesla both ways, but yeah, been a little weak here, so going to be watching like this 210 put, 215 put we've been talking about in the chat, but also don't mind it to the upside, right? We're at the daily mean. We're at this daily 200. Could be a nice little upside move. But alright, y'all. Ding, ding, ding. Let's dive into some charts here. And let's see how we do. Google, nice open here. Ripping out the gate. Got this 132 call up. I'm in the 134s and 135s. But again, those are going to need a lot of love here to really start cranking, but I wouldn't mind a little dip by here on this 132. NVIDIA, wow, pop up to this 478 right here. Calls super jacked up here, of course. Gotta let this thing come back to earth here, hopefully. Maybe get a nice little dip buy in those calls. Let's look over to our main indices here real quick. And alright, looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here on ES and YM pulling back here pretty hard. I got this current point of control down here on YM, something to keep an eye on. Probably a good downside target. We're not too far off from it. Get these party lines out. And we have tick opening up here at positive 1000, right? As always, looking for this interaction at 0 here and to see what we get from there, right? A bounce, or if we fall below, or if we just maybe keep printing up here near this positive 1000. And we got VIX open here just a little bit under 15, a little bit under 14.5 actually. So let's just see what we get here. Keep an eye on these names. Again, looking for a little dip buy in Google here to continue this gap fill to the upside. See how old Tesla is doing here. Got this 215 put up on Tesla. Coming up, tapping this daily 200 and rejecting immediately. Low of day on this 215, a buck up to a $1.06 right here. So let's see, maybe a good contract. Just keep letting some price action punch in here. This Google 132, I don't mind here at about this 60-70 cents. I've been buying it a lot this week here at about 50, 60, 70 cents. Taking it to a buck or a little over a buck time and time again, but it is Thursday now. You know, this expires tomorrow. Just gonna give it a little time, right? This could easily drop below that little range. Oof, ES cracking under VWAP here, and YM down to this point of control we were just talking about. Market does roll over here. I like those Tesla puts, but let's see what they give us here. Solid drop here from ES, but you know, looking for these dip buys as well, so I definitely don't mind this, right? Shoot, this 132 call got down to beast here at like 20 cents. Definitely would be interested there. But I do like at least this open from yesterday here at about 54 cents. I wouldn't mind that. Take a look back over here at NVDA. Oh man, NVIDIA up 10 points on the day here already. That's after this dip back down from this 478. Kind of tough, but we'll see here. Let me jump up to this 485 call, a little cheaper here. Man, got up to this destination sell zone on this 485 call. Coming back to hold here though at about $1.06 at our open range sell zone. ES under VWAP now. NQ trying to hold right at VWAP, and we do have this point of control here on NQ. I wouldn't mind, you know, looking at some calls here on our tech names. If we can bounce this point of control on NQ, and maybe we bounce here at 0 on tick. Right, but for right now, just getting some downside looks here across the board, right? VIX is popping, tick is dropping, ADD is dropping. I'm not going to jump into some calls just yet, right? It's only been about 6 minutes. And we're down to this 4,400 on ES though, right? Key psych level here for ES. I definitely wouldn't mind a bounce here either. So again, we got point of control here, or I mean a previous point of control, right? Last month's point of control here at 4,400. Key psych level on ES. Looking for this bounce. We've got current point of control here on NQ looking for this bounce, and current point of control on YM looking for a bounce. So let's see if we get it around here, right? Doesn't mean we have to be the first one to the party, but let's see if we start to put in maybe a little bit of a bounce here and we try to hold this 4,400. Let's keep taking a look around here. Google holding here kind of nicely. Let's see. NVIDIA as well. But just going to be patient here at open as always, right? Just trying to collect some data early on. And see what this market is feeling here. And we're dropping a little bit harder here in our tech names. Ooh, but NQ bouncing at this point of control. Alright, let's see if we start to get a little bit of a bounce here. Right, cracking under this 4,400 on ES and cracking a little bit under this point of control. That's okay, it's still early. Right, they're definitely trying to shake retail out of both directions, honestly, so let's just wait. ADD still dropping here a bit, VIX still popping here a bit. But dropping a little bit harder here on ES and Q. Another little peak under this point of control. Also has yesterday's open right here. But we're getting this dip. Oh, it's 132 now down to this previous day's open here at 55 cents. I like that there. Tesla again, this drop and this 215 put cranking here just a bit up to $1.75 off this low of day of $1. Getting some pretty decent movement here across the board though. So again, just be patient, right? It's still early, only been about 10 minutes. Everything can change in a flash here, so just gotta be patient with these entries, right? And Q a little bit deeper here. Let's see how far this drop goes. Tick almost down to 0 here. Let's see if we get that crack of 0. But a pretty decent drop here in ES. Still near this 4,400 though. Right, we're at this previous day's open right here. YM down to today's open. So again, got to be careful with the knife catches here, especially 10 minutes in. But I don't mind seeing a bounce here, right? Just want to start seeing some levels that the market starts to support, right? Maybe put in a little base there and we can start getting interested in some upside. Take a peek back at our contracts here. Tesla with a decent little drop here. A little too quick for my liking, but let's see if we ultimately get a bounce and maybe continue lower on Tesla. I still like this 215 put, even this 210 put. Not a bad one here for tomorrow, right? Nice and cheap too. And of course, Tesla here with a decent ATR, right, of about 10 points. Really not a heavy ask for Tesla to get to 210 by tomorrow, right? We're at 217 right now. Could do it today. Google dropping a little bit harder here. Tick bouncing here at 0, really even before getting to 0. And a nice bounce here for our indices. Let's check on these names. Oof, it ain't Google though. Tesla bouncing here a little bit. Let's see how NVIDIA's doing. NVIDIA, nice little bounce here. That 485 call got down to $1. Oof, love that. And a nice bounce for NVIDIA. But yeah, we've got some pretty decent profit taking here across the board, right? And after quite a few days of just straight running up, this is not unexpected, right? Got to be careful at these opens because this is when they do this. But again, nice little bounce here so far. Nice bounce for tick before getting to 0. VIX not really taking off too hard. So yeah, let's just see if this ends up just being some quick profit taking. And then we start to ramp back up here. Liking NVIDIA here though off of our open range buy zone, this green zone right here. And I would like this call here at a similar level, maybe back near this buck or buck 15. But again, so far, liking these holds here at all these levels we were just talking about, right? Let's see if we start to go lower from here, but this is what I want to see, right? To start seeing some bounces, a little bit of green candles here just to hold us up, and then maybe we pretty soon curl back up, right? But again, just have to let these interactions happen and see where we go from there, right? We could definitely still get some continuation here to the downside. But overall, I don't want to take any trades until I see some interactions with these local significant levels. Man, Tesla was a nice short, cracking under that low from yesterday. And looking at our major indices here, looking like cash is flowing into our small caps here. Ruddy, the only green index among our major four. But just going to keep being patient here for right now. Tick coming back down again. Let's see if we get another little test here of this 0 and what the interaction looks like. YM putting in a fresh low of day right here, but still trying to hold this open level. Let's see. And VIX just kind of creeping here up near these highs still. So again, still kind of getting an overall downside look, but it's still early, right? This could flip right to upside here in the blink of an eye. Ooh, a nice bounce back up here for Google. Let's see what this interaction here at VWAP looks like. Do we get an H and continue lower? Ah, Tesla's still going lower here. Damn. You know, and always looking to this other side, right? I got this Google 130 put here. I'm not really looking to play it, but I'm just looking at the price action here in reference to our levels, right? This put is going to help me determine if this call is going to make a run or not. And right now, this Google 130 put just holding up here at our B zone. Nice pop back up here for NVIDIA. Too much to look at here today. Too much to look at. But this was a nice little play here off both of our open range buy zones. Coming off this $1.10, $1.15 or so, and getting back up here to about $1.60 at our open range sell zone. Our beast tool here giving us some good entries on not only the equity but also the option contract itself. But again, only been 20 minutes here, no FOMO, still got plenty of day left to trade. Oof, and still got to be careful here. ES with another nice little dip here and tick cracking zero here. Decent reach to the downside here, but popping back up and going positive again. ADD putting in a little bit of an H, flushing the base of that H so far. But again, just staying patient here. Look through these names here again real quick. Man, and Tesla, really nice short off of this daily 200 right here. Right up near this daily mean, right? Nice little curl over right here. And still going, damn. A little too quick for my liking though, but let's see. Could pop back up and then continue to the downside. NVIDIA already up decent here with that pre-market run up. And getting up into this third counter channel. So a little tough here for NVIDIA to the upside. It doesn't mean it won't happen. And I'm definitely interested in it. Especially as we come up and we crack this previous high here at about 476. Right, could have us a nice little run up from this 476 up to about 500. Couple things to keep an eye on here that I am also keeping an eye on. But getting that rotation, right? NQ popping up here, trying to hold. YM still dipping down lower. Still getting some rotation here. Dollar trying to drop here a little bit more. Typically downside on the dollar gives us upside in the market. Let's see if we start to pop here. Jump back over to Tesla here. Tesla at a 2-hour squeeze bottom and a 4-hour squeeze bottom. Let me take a quick look at Tesla here again. Kind of liking some Tesla upside here from those squeeze bottoms that we're currently at here at these squeeze bottoms right here. And we've got this point of control from October down here at 214. Could still go a little deeper, maybe hit this low of week at 215. Nice pump for Google here, back up to this open level, right at this 132. Damn, it was a good dip buy here on these 132s. NVDA, oh man, quick out here, quick. Nice pop here, man. NQ getting back up to these squeeze tops up here. And the dollar dipping a little bit lower here, giving us this pop as well. But YM still lagging here, still getting that rotation from our major indices. And NVIDIA high of day, damn. Pain right there. Tesla with a nice bounce so far. Some good moves here out the gate this morning. I don't know. I don't know if I love where we're at. Trying to get to this 4,400 again. We've got quite a few squeeze tops here just right above us. And we've got Powell at 2 p.m. here Eastern time. I don't know. I think besides what we're getting here real quick this morning, not sure how I feel about the rest of the day here. Don't want to get sucked into some chop here through Powell, so just going to keep being patient here. Tesla with a little room to pop here off these squeeze bottoms, but I don't like the look for the rest of the market here to the upside. And I doubt Tesla's just going to run by itself here to the upside. But man, nice run back up here from Google and NVIDIA. But no trades here yet on my end. You know, some good trades here I would have liked to jump into, but just a little slow on my end to jump into those. But that's okay, no FOMO here. Always another trade just around the corner. Google. ES back up to VWAP here, and we're getting that bounce here at least that we were talking about, right? Right at these levels, you know, right at these key levels here for our major indices. Nice bounce through VWAP here for ES. and I'm a little torn right now. You know, a lot of nice setup, especially here to the upside, right? But NQ at a tough spot here to go higher. Got a couple lower time frame squeezes here to the upside, right? This 1 hour and this 2 hour, and we've got this high from yesterday and high of week right here as well that we're pretty much at right now. And he is struggling a little bit here with VWAP. So I'm a little torn here. I like some of these individual names, but I don't exactly love where the indices are at. But let's see, you know, if we can crack higher through all of this, then we could have a nice run on our hands. Oh, and Q with a high of day. Ah, Google. Should've bought. That's alright. Netflix. See what Netflix is doing over here. Up to 440. Hey, off this 435. Nice little 5-point move here from Netflix. Up to a 4-hour squeeze top. Tesla starting to put in a little bit of an H here. And this 210 holding just above our B zone here. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. And we're starting to get that pullback, right? I've been talking about this, a little weary of this pullback here, up near all these squeeze tops. Again, market's been strong here these past couple days. But something's got to give here eventually. You know, I don't really want to short these stronger tech names. Oh, Tesla's doing it here again, though. So Tesla, a nice short here, but again, already deep into this run, so I don't really want to jump in right now. Some tough trades out here, right? Especially since, you know, we have just been so used to so much rotation here at open the last couple of weeks, really, right? We get these quick legs here out the gate, just a little hesitant to play them, right? Just expecting that rotation and expecting that chop. That's how they get us here sometimes, right? Start to see so much chop every morning, start to expect that, and then they make some nice moves right in front of you. That's okay, right? You know, I'm always just trying to protect my piece here while I'm day trading, right? Some nice bounces here for tick at 0 though, right? Keeping these candle bodies positive. So again, I'm just going to keep waiting here, right? Don't mind if we go a little bit higher on ES, maybe again test this high from yesterday and this high of week. Maybe we roll over from there, maybe we roll over from here, right? But at the same time, NQ is still holding up. So just got to be careful here, just got to be patient. Right, I like this Google 130 put right here, but I don't really want to short Google because it's been pretty strong. Tesla, I do like short, but obviously already made a decent move here to the downside. I do like upside here in Tesla from these squeeze bottoms, but I don't love upside here in NQ. So, you know, not really sure what I would like to play here, so the best thing I can do is not play anything, or I'm going to wait until I get a much more obvious trade. And again, you know, there's a few of them looking here pretty clear, like a nice bounce here for Tesla maybe, but again, I don't love where NQ is at, right? We got a lot of resistance here on NQ. YM coming down for a fresh low of day, met with a tiny bounce. Oh yeah, good call. We have that 30-year bond auction as well here today. Had a few bond auctions this week. Driving some upside here. And then again, we got Powell here at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Right, so I'm also very wary that we could just sit here and wait for these things to happen. But we should still keep seeing some rotation even within sectors, right? Especially playing like our major 7 names here on the market. We'll see some rotation within those names, you know, pretty frequently. Google coming back down. Probably willing to jump into some Google here, just to see if we then bounce just right back up. Been playing this 132 all week. Been a good contract here all week. Nice hold all day yesterday, as you can see here at this open level. And as you guys know, I'm always stressing this open level. Right, so some really good support here all day yesterday at this open level at about 55 cents. And again, finding a little bit of support here this morning again at about this same level. But of course, as we get closer to expiration, right, we see a couple more cracks through it, which is okay, right? This is going to expire tomorrow. We expect more volatility out of this. NVDA looking pretty good here too on this dip, right? NQ pulling back here now, so this is what I want to see, right? NQ pulling back, these tech names pull back with it, and then let's see a bounce together or a flush together. Here we go. Got to be careful here. Big flush, big flush. Oh baby. But again, I don't mind a fast, aggressive drop here like this, right? Even if I'm not in it, this might be met with a fat bounce. So let's see what we got here, right? This NVIDIA 485 call. And NVIDIA holding up pretty decent here. I think I'm going to jump into a pair of these right here. Oh, dropping a little bit more. Watching this open level here. I like this dip buy. I like this dip buy here on NVIDIA. Getting down to this open range buy zone. I like it. I like it. I'm going to just get one for now. I can buy the dip a little bit more down here. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Don't make me chase you, baby. Don't make me chase you. Come on. There we go. Man, nice dip in Tesla. Ah, these puts are booming here. See how these indices are doing. NQ, nice bounce at this open level, right? As long as we can hold this open level here. NVIDIA holds its open level. Let me jump back to this. And this 485 call holds our open range buy zone. I ain't upset about it. Not looking to average up though, because we are still just giving a little bit of a downside look here. But again, right, we got a hard flush, so could be met with a hard pop. And getting that hard pop here so far, and NQ getting back up to this point of control. Love that. VIDI up here to a $1.46 or so. Not a bad move here, making 20 cents so far. I might here sell this in case we get another dip back down before really popping. Right, I'll just buy another here. Typically I'm buying 2 when these things happen, but you know, we were just having a hard downside look. Just wanted the ability to average down in case we kept looking on down. I'm gonna hop into some Google here as well. And I'm gonna buy 2 of these. This 132 call, it's been good to me all week, right? Really good levels of support here for Google. Just gonna keep having faith in her as she has been good to me this week so far. Buyers have held it up. But again, I'm being very careful here, right? We're getting a decent downside look. Just trying to catch this knife, right? But I am going to be quick to cut these if it goes against me here. NVIDIA starting to come back down. And again, I'm looking to buy a second one here of NVIDIA. Right, I always want to use one contract to cover the other contract. And I don't mind NVIDIA here on this dip, holding its open level, this 45 call, holding this open level in this open range buy zone. But NQ coming back down here a bit. Really nice pop in VIX here, getting up to our open range sell zone. But getting a little bounces here, and YM at some lower time frame squeezes here. Actually, I think this is a 4 hour right here. Nope, a 2 hour. Got a 2 hour and a 1 hour for YM. Could be a good spot for a bounce. Nice bounce for a tick here, back up to 0. Want to see ADD do a little bit better here, right? We're down to our main beast zone on ADD. And this previous day's open. Want to see ADD bounce here, right? We've had a nice move to the downside on ADD. Want to start seeing this market hold and us crawling back up here, right? Wouldn't be surprised if while we wait for Powell, right, we ultimately get some chop. Which means, you know, after a downside leg, we get a nice little upside leg back to where we opened, right, for the actual session, and then start to chop here, right, in this range as we wait for Powell. And I'm going to be willing to average up here on VIDI if we keep holding this open level right here. Already up about 20 bucks on it, so I like the little bit of a profit margin that I have here. And again, this is coming from about $2.30, so you know, a realistic target here to the upside. Pumping a little bit higher here on NVIDIA. Tech in general getting a nice little bounce here so far. VIX rejecting right at our open range sell zone. Starting to get a nice little bounce here. Man, nice bounce here. Major regrets not buying 2 here on NVIDIA, but that's okay. Making money, baby. But alright, y'all, I gotta cut my session early here today. I'm gonna have to cut it early tomorrow as well, for I am needed elsewhere. But I will be back here at the open tomorrow morning, and then back to our usual schedule here next week. And we will do a prep on Sunday, alright? But much love, y'all. Stay safe out here. Again, we got Powell at 2 p.m., so careful with this chop here leading into the middle of the session. And I will catch y'all later, alright? Stay safe, y'all. Much love.